Welcome back to another 5-minute art video. I'm Marjie Kemper and I'm very happy you're here with me today. Today we're talking about stencils. This is part 3 of the series on stencils, and today we're going to focus on using your stencil as a tool to help you remove color rather than add color. Some people call it reduction stenciling. So to start, I need to get some color on this tag. I have a couple of colors here of paint. These are Paper Artsy Fresco Finish. So I'm putting on a pretty generous coating here. And while it's still wet, I'm going to bring that stencil in, pop it down, and then I'm going to take a baby wipe and I'm going to remove some of that paint that I just put down. It's very important that you hold your stencil firmly in place. And you can already see it's coming. So what will happen is the lines obviously will block the baby wipe from me. So that's where the paint will remain. You'll see when I lift it, I just want to get a little bit more off. Isn't that a great technique? So let's try it where we do it with a couple of different colors. I'll get another tag. So now I'll come back in with the stencil. Here we'll use a different one. And now I want to put some of that purple right onto my craft sheet. Got my wedge. And I'm going to go a little bit thicker than what I showed you in the last video, but not much, because these openings are quite small and any seepage will really get underneath. But basically I'm doing the same thing I did above with the purple on the tag, except this time we're putting the purple on the blue, so you know what's going to be showing underneath, right? It's a little complicated when you think about, well, where's the paint going? Is it going in the openings or is it going on the lines? But then when you see it, it all makes sense. You just want to make sure you hold that stencil firmly in place whenever you're doing anything with paint. And there you have it. So those are two fun things you can do with reduction stenciling. And there was one more tool I meant to mention in the part 2 video, but 5 minutes goes so fast I couldn't get everything in there that I wanted to. So I want to make sure I mention it today. If you don't have these cosmetic wedges, you might just have some of these inexpensive foam brushes hanging around. Those are good. Or also, once I bought a kit of these little foam squares, I guess you could cut any foam you have. And then those are pretty good too if you just use a pair of tweezers. So let's go ahead and just show you that for a minute. So here's a clean tag and a new stencil. And here is my foam brush, so I can just get about that thin layer, just like we were going for a thin layer on here. And I can go, this is a very delicate stencil, so you have to be super careful holding this in place. I can go like that in a patting motion. Or I can take this little foam piece and use it in the same way. It's not as effective because it's so small. I actually might have better luck with this one using my fingers to hold it instead of the tweezers, because this is such a delicate stencil. Let's see how that works. See if I have enough paint to start to show that. So again, too much comes on at once, blot it off, and come in like this. I personally prefer this larger thing. If I didn't have these, I would use this larger thing because you're touching a broader area at once, so you're less likely to seep under those fine lines. All right, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Please go ahead, like and subscribe so you see the next one. And until I see you again, have a wonderful day.